Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here and welcome back to another episode of this Football Manager 2020 save here with FC Twente. In this episode we're going to take on Feyenoord. I have actually recorded one episode already. It did not work. I had an issue. I've been playing around with some settings, changing some of the quality, and I set it to the highest quality. I had already tested it and realized I couldn't use it because it just makes the file size ridiculous. So the video I had already pre-recorded was probably about 20 minutes long, but nearly 50 gigabytes. So I ran out of space on my hard drive and we lost the video, and I was halfway through the Ajax live com, so I'm absolutely devastated about that. Anyway guys, let's just touch on first to start with. We will go over what's gone on off camera in a second, but I just want to say thank you if you guys are returning. I know I've not been as active for the last few days. That's simply due to some changes in work stuff, so on and so forth. I have tried to be active still on Twitch, but trying to manage both at the same time just wasn't feasible, and I spent the weekend with my family. So we're just getting back on track now. Absolutely saying back on track with the series. This series and the Bolton series as well. So you fans of the Bolton series, I know there's a few of them. The Bolton series will be coming back as well very, very soon. And by very soon, probably the day after this goes up. I'm assuming this will be going up on Monday. But anyway, guys, let's get into this episode. There has been a transfer window and quite a few games played. We've ended up moving a little bit further forward, and we'll do a quick overall spotlight, I suppose, on the Ajax game, because it would have been the live com, and it would have been brilliant. It would have been absolutely superb. I was really enjoying the live com until my computer went boop and then told me that I had no space left, and I was like, what? And yeah, found out that I'd made a mistake. But anyway, it's all part of the learning process, right? Let's look at the transfers, because they're the most important part. There's not much to tell you really transfer-wise. We didn't do much business. No one of any note really left. Just a load of loans went out, and Julio left us, but he barely played for us, to be honest with you, so it was a worthwhile sale. The only player we really brought in at the moment was Ntembein. He is a left-back on loan from Borussia Dortmund. He has actually played a game for us, which the Ajax game was his first game at the club. I mean, we've been really short with some injuries, and he absolutely stormed it. It was fantastic. I'm already thinking of ways to just keep loaning him until I can sign him on a free again, because that might be a theme of what we're going to do. But there also has been some future transfers set up, so we might as well go through them. So, the future transfers, guys. I'm excited to tell you that Ethan Laird is joining the team on a permanent. Manchester United decided that they did want to re-sign him and take him up on his contract, and we've signed him, and I cannot wait for him to join the club permanently. He's practically been a permanent fixture since I started this FC Twente save, so I'm really happy that he is actually going to be our player from now on. Also, Jean-Claude Ntenda is coming in on a free from Juve. These are all frees apart from one of them. Ferreira as well from Gremio. I mean, he looks absolutely superb. I was absolutely mesmerised by him. I've done it again. I said in the last episode we needed to cut out some fat. And then I've just gone and signed a lot of players again, so I can understand how that looks. But it's just let me. I have a problem, but it's absolutely fine. He looks fantastic. His attributes tempted me. It was the fact that he's quick and he's absolutely unbelievable at dribbling, and he's still a pretty decent finisher. He's got a striker's finisher at this level, so yeah, I was just excited to have him. And if anything, he'll make us a load of money because his price will just boost up. So yeah, he was a worthwhile signing. I'm not having anyone say it any other way. We also paid for Miroslav Lazarevic. I don't know. I probably said that absolutely wrong, and I do apologise if I butchered it, but he's not a real guy, so he can't get upset. He's a 17-year-old striker, and of course, you know, I like to sign strikers, and but this one's okay, right? Because we're signing him, and he's extremely driven. He's very promising, great determination. But what makes it okay is I'm going with the rule of thumb of I let a striker go. So because I let a striker go, I'm allowed to sign a new one, and I'll have nobody else say anything about it, and that's exactly what happened. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the new lad gets on. But again, he's a youngster. He'll progress over time. He's not a player for now. He's a player for the future. Right, guys, so there's quite a little bit to go through with us not having the Ajax game. But I am going to start with the Ajax game because, you know, the elephant in the room, we beat them 2-0. I can't believe I beat them 2-0, and it's devastating that you didn't get to see it. And we're probably going to play against Feyenoord now away, and I'm going to make a few rotations, and we're probably not going to win it. I know it's still a big game, but it's just really frustrating. In fact, we play Feyenoord away in quick succession, which is a little bit frustrating, actually. I'm not overly happy about that. That's not going to be fun, is it? That could ruin form. But we did beat Ajax 2-0 in the league. Serrano absolutely scored a screamer. I'm going to show you this goal. It was superb. Right, guys, so you can imagine this goal going in live. I was absolutely losing it. It was unbelievable. The finish on this one. Watch that. Pick that out the back of the net, Nana. A superb goal. So happy with that goal. We played fantastically. It was a close game and we scored 2 early-ish goals. And then held out. I wouldn't even say we held out. We nearly scored a third on a couple of occasions, but it was just an unbelievable performance from the team. I mean, a bounce back after the Den Haag game, because if we look at the Den Haag game, it wasn't a good result for us. We lost 3-0, so it was a really good way to bounce back. Well, the 3-0 defeat, really, against Den Haag, I know we're doing this backwards, was really frustrating because it was an extremely even game. We certainly didn't deserve to lose it. Frank had a shocker at left back. Playing 2 games back-to-back is just not for him. He's too old now to do that. And Veltus is a player we didn't have a choice but bring in because my other 2 right-backs were injured, so I was pretty much screwed. Luckily, Led was back for the Ajax game, and we paid for it. We paid for not having our strong defence. We paid for not having our best players. Don't get me wrong, we didn't do well going forward, but we still paid for not having our stronger performance on the pitch. We just really did. And him getting injured in 17 minutes, I just thought, this is just my luck. And then they were rampant. And that's what led me to believe when we play against Ajax, we were going to lose it. And lo and behold, victory. Very, very happy. But let's do it in the correct order. We beat Emmen 2-0. Vasquez and Busquets getting goals. I really hope Barcelona don't want Busquets back. Then we won in the Cup on penalties. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be a reoccurring theme because we also beat Helmond on penalties after a 0-0. So I'm hoping that's not going to happen for us today. We beat Utrecht 2-0, which I thought was a very good result. A penalty from Anders and Vasquez scoring again. NAC Breda, we beat 1-0. Mateus Arezzo getting the goal. William 2, we beat 1-0. Anders getting a goal. Now, there's a theme here. Anders is actually scoring a few goals, as he actually got a goal against Ajax as well. It was a great goal, and it came from a corner in the end. It wasn't a header. He struck the ball really well. So Anders is actually really good at putting the ball in the back of the net, and I'm really impressed with him. He's been good so far. I'm not going to make too many changes now for this game, but I will make a few because it's a cup game, and my focus at the moment is on the league because, as you can see in the league, we are second. We actually stand a chance here of finishing second. Now, I'm pretty sure second is Champions League. We'll have to go through the qualification stage, which we probably won't win, but then we drop straight down into the Europa League. And, you know, considering we only really wanted fourth, what has happened has been absolutely superb. Now, there's only a 7-point gap between us and fourth, which is a little bit of an issue. I'm a little bit worried about that because AZ have started performing really well. But I really do think with the team we've assembled, there's no way we should go on the world's worst run now towards the end of the season, and third should probably be the worst that we finish. I have no doubts in my mind that PSV are going to be able to put in the results to overtake us, and we've got some difficult games coming up, like playing Feyenoord in the league as well. Right, guys, so this is how we're going to line up for today's game. We've actually changed stuff over. This is what we would usually play, but unfortunately, I don't actually have a regista that's fit. You can see I'm having a few issues. Ugrate's not fit because he's played a lot of games, and we have quite an extensive injury list at the moment of key players, really, to be honest with you. Sobol's still not fit enough to come back. So, yeah, it's a little bit of an issue and a little bit of a frustration that we've had to make a rotation. But I'm not too worried about the change in tactic. I still think we can play really well. I think we will actually play a different striker in today's game because Ignacio is not the best pressing forward. We're going to go with Vasquez instead. He does have goals in him. Hopefully we can get out there and pick up another good result. I would like to do okay in the Cup. It's a final, again, that I'm not sure I can take us losing. I really can't take us losing, but it'd be nice to go as far as possible in the Cups as per usual. It could be our second season in a row as well, getting to a final, which would be nice. Right, so we've not actually played this formation too much this season, so it'll be interesting to see how it gets on. And when I played it with a ball-winning midfielder, but Singh is not very comfortable there, so I'm going to have to see how he gets on today. It's a pretty rough draw, to be honest with you. Feyenoord are not a bad team, and I would have preferred a little bit of an easier result. We are going to play positive today, though, and hopefully be on the front foot. I think we're a good enough side to be on the front foot. I have to say that because we're a very good squad, in my opinion. I said it at the start of the season. I think we have a really good team, especially all round. It's not changed in the slightest. I think the team's got better as the season's gone on, and we've settled in well, but that is not the kind of mistake you want from your goalkeeper, Linders, who has actually been superb again this season. You can't be making those kind of mistakes, though, can you? Let's chuck and get creative. And can we get an early goal here? That would really settle the nerves as Vasquez goes close. Let's see if we can. This is not a good sign, because the keeper's already looked a little bit out of sorts, hasn't he? I don't like those kind of free kicks when the keeper doesn't look like he's having a great game. And Feyenoord have started very well, that must be said. And we have not. And that is a little bit frustrating, but it was expected today. We've got a few tired legs after the game against Ajax. Again, the league is what's important. To me, the cup is not important, to be 100% honest, but I would still like a good performance. Vasquez here loses out, but Seferosa picks it up. This is a good opportunity for Seferosa because we don't play Cam as much anymore. He ends up playing Mazzala, which he's more than capable of doing, but it's not really the role that he wants to be playing, so it gives him a good opportunity to have a good performance here today. But when we win the ball back, we need to be doing better than that with it. That's for sure. Fernandes there does well there to hurry and get that ball back. Singh. We seem to be moving the ball a little bit too slowly, though, and that is what's worrying me. I will swap formation if need be and play Espinosa as a regista. It's not his preferred position, but I do believe he can play it as they go through and make it 1-0, and not a good performance. In fact, what I feel like about the performance so far is we've been really, really sloppy on the ball, haven't we? It's just too easy for him to thread that pass through there, and it was a pretty easy finish as Linders goes the wrong way. It's been an even start, but I think they've been the better side. If I'm being 100% honest, I think they've played better. And in fact, they've played that well that I think we're going to swap the formation round. I'm not enjoying how we're playing. It's just highlight after highlight here at the moment. So we are going to swap formation round. I'm going to put Seferosa there. I'm actually going to play Singh as the regista. He probably does have the attributes to play it. But we're going to get a free kick before the change can even be made and nearly go 2-0 down. And that is exactly why we made the change. I could tell that Feyenoord was in the ascendancy. We did not look good. We looked like we'd gone off the boil a little bit there. We need to get a foothold back in the game. We're giving away possession very sloppy and being very stale on the ball. We're holding on to it too much. We're not making those quick passes that we normally make into space. Like against Ajax, they pressed us really high and we just slipped the press with great passing. Serrano there nearly makes an instant impact. That's what I want to see from the boys. It'd be lovely to get something from the corner. We've not been terrible from corners, but it goes straight to Bailo. So the change of formation has happened, and it'll be interesting to see how the boys react now. We do play better. The players fit this formation better, I have to be honest with you. Apart from Seferosa, every other player suits this formation better. But the problem is when you don't have... Ethan Laird does brilliantly. Serrano, 1-1. That's exactly what we needed. This is the kind of goal that you want to be scoring. Fantastic football from Laird, and that's why we've signed him. I've got no complaints. Singh there as the regista. It's a fantastic ball into Laird. He does brilliantly, though, doesn't he? He's such a good player. Serrano nods it in. The keeper, he's all out of sorts. It's a huge problem for them, their goalkeeper, but I'm going to take that. I'm going to accept that very happily. The only problem I can see us having, it would have been Singh, but it was Singh's pass. He's got a wonderful pass on him, so that's why I'm assuming that Regista won't be a problem, as he does quite well there with the pass. But defensively they did well, but Fernandes will pick it up. He knocks it in. Serrano knocks it down, and Vasquez cannot hit it. We're looking good, though. We're looking very good. We've turned it around a little bit here now. I'm very excited to see how the rest of the game goes on as Ethan Laird again streams into the box. They're having problems down that right-hand side. Right, so half-time, and we did turn it around a little bit. If anything, I felt like we ended the half better and maybe could have scored more than one goal there. I'm impressed with the turnaround because we started the game very poorly. Feyenoord, they're a difficult team to play against. The rest of the game so far, Ajax are drawing, so that would be good. If Ajax and AZ could go out, I would fancy our chances, but again... We made it to the final against Vitesse and didn't win it. Right, let's hopefully have a decent second half, get the goal. I do not want another draw in the cup, extra time, any form of penalty situation, because we've had that already and it wasn't fun. So hopefully we can come out here and pick up a good result. I will bring on Ugrate if I need to. And it looks like Singh's starting to struggle now. So do you know what? We will give Ugrate some game time because he's not looking very happy out there at the moment, is he, Singh? He picked up a little bit of a knock, and Ugrate will come in and... won't have too much time to play, but hopefully he can have an impact in the game. Fernandes not having a great game, neither is Vasquez either. And it's going to be them with the opportunity here. I'm going to chuck in and get creative at the same time because we're not playing well. They're going to have two cracks at the cherry, and that's really just poor from us, that. Sloppy defending. Really sloppy defending. The keeper didn't seem to have control of his net, to be honest with you. He struggled to get over to the other side. The block shot there, look. Why is he diving there? I just feel like that animation there was just a little bit silly. And then, I don't know what Laird was trying to achieve, but the keeper just couldn't get back in time. And they scored a goal. Right, so Batista, Maya and Sup on. Can we make any difference in the game now? A game really that the halftime has favoured Feyenoord. They've come out way stronger. They look like they've got the bit between their teeth. They're causing us problems now. We had that brief spell, didn't we, when maybe we should have scored more. And Batista Maya, though, contributing here. What can we do? He's basically all on his own, though. He's got no help there. That's really frustrating to see. In Tembane, Serrano. Is there a late goal in this for us? In Tembane, it's got to be a good ball in it. Isn't, though, but Ugrate comes on and he makes a difference. He does make a difference to Uruguayan. What a superb signing for us. Honestly, he has been fantastic. And this is an important goal for me because I'd like to do well in the Cup. It's not my main important goal because guaranteeing European football is, but what a hit. And I'm happy with that. I can't have any complaints there. We needed that goal there. Maybe that will turn the tide a little bit now. Feyenoord, we're on top. Now we've got a goal. Is there another opportunity in here for us, though? Ugrate coming on has made a big difference for us, but we're being rushed here and we need to move the ball quickly. Linda's there, though. He does move it quickly, and if Serrano picks this up, now we've got an opportunity to run at them. They don't like it when we run at them. Pantic loses it. That is dreadful, and now we're in trouble. It's 3 against 1, and it stayed 3 against 1, and that's unbelievable, that miss. Oh, we've got a free kick here, though, late on. Absolutely nothing comes from it, though. Ugrate picks it up. Seferosa. We recycle it back to Linda's. They're pressing us now, which we're usually good at moving the ball out of. In Tembane, it's when he pulls it back or loses it, and that's the problem. They're going to counter again. Stalling on the ball, and it's becoming a problem. So just having a quick look, and usually when you're stalling on the ball, it's because you've got run at defence on, but we don't. So it seems a little bit weird. Maybe it could be the lower tempo, but I found with lower tempo, you make smarter passes. The lads are really struggling with the pressure at the moment. Usually once we break the press, we're good, but they're just pressing us and pressing us and pressing us. And look, they're going to get another attack here. We're going to have to change tact here, I think. We're going to have to stop playing out from the back. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to stop playing it out from the back because what we're doing is not working. We're going to bring up the passing a little bit, make it a little bit more standard. Lo and behold, that's stemmed the attacks. Batista Maya. Oh, he had the chance to win us the game there, didn't he? Batista Maya should have finished that off. That should have been a victory from the German. He doesn't have ice-cold veins, does he? He struggled with that. That's frustrating, and we can't pick up the goal. And we are going to go to extra time again in the Cup. This is another draw in the Cup that has led to extra time. I feel like we've got enough in the tank to win it, and we've looked good from penalties so far. But really, if I'm being honest, we probably should be out here. They really took over that second half. Here we go, guys. The first extra time live com of this series so far. And I'm unfortunately probably going to say that there'll be more of these. But this is the first one. And hopefully, now we're not playing out from the back, we can do a little bit better. Serrano will find Sup. We do get an extra sub now, so that's an opportunity. I thought that was going to be a yellow, but Sup goes straight through, and he's got to score. 2 opportunities now where we've gone clean through, whether it be Batista Maya or Sup, and we haven't found the back of the net, and that's a little bit frustrating. I will not be taking off Ethan Laird, no matter how tired he is. Sup picks up the ball again. He's not a bad dribbler. Batista Maya finds Laird. Laird has contributed an assist already, and Batista Maya basically passes it back to Bilo for him to recycle it and then let them go on the attack. It's a good ball out for Bilo, actually, that. We push the press well, but they're overloading down this side. Look how many men they've got down this side. So real problem, well said by Lindas. Well, it's been an action-packed start here. An absolute action-packed start to added time. Ugrate now given a bit of space, and he can cause a problem. In Tembane now, what can he do? His dribbling needs to be good. He does luckily keep hold of it. He does get to cross the ball in, but it's not good enough. Ugrate and Tembane again with the ball in. It's not good enough again because nobody gets on it, and now they're going to break. And this is a problem. And yeah, it really was. Our poor attack has led to them scoring a goal. That's more cup disappointment for us there. More cup disappointment for us. I'm going to take a quick look at the tactic now, and we're going to see if we could change some stuff. Right, so I've changed up a few things, and we've gone attacking. To hope that our second half of extra time is going to be a little bit better. It has been a really open game. It's been a fun game for the fans to watch, I imagine. Well, not the fans, the neutral. Because it's been a very, very open match so far. But I'm hoping maybe a few changes and we'll do a little bit better. But I'm very sceptical at the moment with the personnel we've got on the pitch. If they'll be good with the changes we've made. But let's see. If we could get a goal back, this would be superb. And I'd take us consistently going down and coming back into the game, really. Shows real fight from the team, and the press there already forcing them into a mistake. This is a good sign so far, but we need to make it pay. We need to make whatever pressure we have pay. And I'm a little bit worried about that because we've got some tired legs out there at the moment. Right, so my final sub will be Nasi Univar for Serrano. There's nothing wrong with Serrano's performance. In fact, it's been superb. The problem is with Serrano's performance is that he's extremely tired now, and I need quick wingers on. I need wingers that aren't tired, so that's why he's coming off. But I thought that could have been an opportunity there for us, but clearly was not. And this has become a little bit frustrating, really, hasn't it? It's been a little bit of a frustrating performance, to be honest with you. Just because we've made mistakes that have led to the goals. That's what's been frustrating. Not the fact that it's 3-2 against Feyenoord. They're a really good side. It's just the mistakes we've made for the goals that have just cost us a few too many problems. And that makes me unhappy because we're better than that. And so far, since we made the changes, we haven't looked too good, have we? We don't look like we're moving the ball around well. That's my problem. That was good movement there, though. That was good football. That's what we want. That's more what I want. And Laird now will find Batista. What a save. What a save from the keeper there. I don't know if it was a cross or if he just nudged the ball on. They're going to have a player sent off here, are they? No, it's his first yellow card of the game, second of the season. What can we do from the free kick? Ugrate. Oh, it was close. It was so close. We're back to cup drama again, boys. It's devastating. Can we get out from the... What was the point in even showing me that? This is it. I think the final whistle is going to go, isn't it? And we're going to have lost here to Feyenoord. It does go, and really was an unbelievable match, wasn't it? It was a superb match. To be honest with you, they probably deserved it, but we had some great chances. We've got to hold ourselves accountable for some of the great chances we had. I can't be too unhappy. It was fantastic performances from certain players. Mature upset me a little bit in that game. I don't think he was good enough, but I'll take it on the chin. Like I say, the cup wasn't our main focus, and getting Feyenoord in the quarters is a rough draw considering the other draws that were there. Right, guys, so that is it for the cup, and it's really sad because Ajax actually got knocked out. The only big team left in it would have been us and AZ, but I could have guaranteed that we'd have drawn AZ in the next round. We always seem to get a pretty easy start to the cup, but then a difficult set of games from quarter-final on. But I'm not too bitterly disappointed. It was a good performance. We took them to extra time. I'm not going to look back at the game and be like, bitterly disappointed about it. You know, it wasn't a terrible loss. We need to refocus now and focus on the league because we've got some really difficult games left in the league. We've still got AZ, PSV, Heerenveen and Feyenoord to play in the league, and these are going to be important games now. We need to make sure that we're getting the wins, especially against AZ, because they are in the ascendancy. They're playing very well at this moment in time. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Make sure to leave a comment if you've got anything to say, of course. Like the video, because it massively helps the video. And if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. We're trying to get as many subscribers as possible. For some strange reason, it is really important on YouTube that you have a certain amount of subscribers before you can become partnered. And the dream would be, maybe partnered before Christmas. That would be nice, but we'll see what happens anyway, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you maybe in a couple of months. We might do PSV. We might do AZ next. I'm not sure. I don't fancy doing Sparta as the last game of the season. I've got to be honest with you because we've already done them as a live com. So now there's going to be no cup final or anything. I might even play up to the end of the season. No, we'll probably bring you PSV or AZ. We might bring you AZ because AZ could be the game that depends where we finish in the league. But anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you next time.